It doesn't matter how much your phone rings or how good your marketing is if you can't finish projects or you can't even get to them. And the one of the biggest problems you guys are gonna run into if you want to start your own company, especially in blue collar, is no one wants to do this type of work, man. Everyone doesn't want to do it. Or if they do want to do it, they don't want to dig, they don't want to clean up, they don't want to do anything. They want to start and then just start running pipe, and you're like, dude, you got to start at the bottom. No one wants to start at the bottom. They somehow want to start at the top, and they want to be journeyman, or they learn how to do one little thing like how to solder, and they want to ask for more money. And it's just like, dude, you don't know everything, you know. If I want journeyman workers, I could get journeyman workers, but you're not a journeyman yet. It takes about 5 to 6 years, and I've been doing this 8 years, and I still don't know everything about plumbing. I'm still learning to every day. I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. And one of those things that you realize is when you have such small crew, or it's not a small crew, like it's not enough workers, skilled workforce. It's just tools, having the right tools. Example, right now I didn't have my skill saw, and I was like, man, how do I not have a skill saw? And those tools make you so much freaking money when you come and start thinking about it. Like I said, this is the second job that I broke off and went to do by myself, because that's a big problem when you're not finishing jobs and you're like, dude, you told someone you're gonna be there. Guess what? It doesn't look good when you tell someone that you're gonna be there and then you don't finish the project because you're just delaying them and they're not gonna call you. And like said like that, then I notice how much I need a helper. Like, dude, no one wants to sweep. And like people get mad when you give them a job and they're like, hey, sweep this, and they think they're too good to sweep. Guess what? I done all this. Like, you see, I don't have a helper at this job. So guess who's sweeping? Me. It's like those little things that people don't want to do, and everyone wants to grow, but guess what? No one wants to grow with you. Because once people start learning how to plumb, they realize, damn, I could make 100 something bucks an hour working for myself. So they're gonna break off and do this by themselves. And most everyone's gonna try to start their own company. So it's very hard to grow at a constant pace, because once people see money being made, they're gonna probably break off and start their own thing if they're a really good plumber. So the expansion growth of like, oh yeah, you could do $1 million in sales is like, really, dude? Can you though? Because as soon as the other workers see that you're making money, they're gonna break off and try to start their own plumbing company. And that just goes back to supply and demand. It's like, there's people bidding and going back and forth. But yeah, on this one, those stairs killed me. And I was like, damn, just having a guy just pick up the tools and bringing them back on and off, because it's the second floor, it just freaking destroyed me, because it just took forever. And that's one of those things that you notice, like, man. Then I dropped my freaking car, and that's why I like the big car. But damn, it's already late. And guess what? We get another phone call. You think that would be the end of the day, but nope. We could squeeze in one more job for the day, and it's a pinhole leak. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. No one wants to work. Guess what? It's Friday. You think people want to work? Hell no. But guess what? You gotta find those crazy guys that are willing to work on a Friday night, and that's the type of team you gotta pick. And no one wants to do that, and that's why it's so hard to expand. You think most people are like, no, I gotta go out and out. It's very like, I convinced them. My guy was like, hey dude, let's go knock this out real quick. You see, he doesn't even have his work shoes on, and come on. It was in our town, so we went and knock it out. But that's what I'm telling you. No matter how many calls you get, if you're not willing to take them, what's the point of getting 10 calls and working on your marketing if you're not gonna go out and get it and finish the jobs? And having the right tools, like that ProPress gun, almost 3 grand. But guess what? It helps us knock out a job in 10, 15 minutes. And when it's two people, by the time I'm invoicing, he's putting all the tools away, and it does become a 20, 30 minute job. But by myself, it's an hour and a half. And not to mention, when I was doing the shower valve, they also were broken off and doing another job. It wasn't this job, but that's one of those things why supply and demand, why I priced the way I'm priced, and slowly my prices is rising because there's so much demand right now, because no one wants to do this. Not only not that they don't want to do this, it's no one is skilled to do this type of work. And supply and demand, and when Our right now, our supply is going up. Our demand, which means our money has to go up, which is badass. But at the same time, it also costs new tools, so it just sucks.